Hi, friends. Welcome to day 3. And I know I am very, very late with my organization of putting our summer of self-love out there. This is Reflect, and I'm going to reflect on that with you today. So welcome. Thank you for being here. I feel like it would be nice for me, and I feel like perhaps it would be a nice feeling of togetherness just to sit, take a moment with our hearts, a moment with our breath. So wherever you are, come to a comfortable seated position. Of course, if you're standing somewhere, that's fine too. You might be listening to this while you're out and about. And let's place a hand on the heart space, or both if they're free. So just beginning to connect with the heart. And we're going to take a couple of deep breaths. So breathe in through the nose, out through nose or mouth. 2 more like that, just with your own breath. Well done. So it's amazing just how taking awareness to the breath, to the heart space, often to the feet is really helpful for a sense of grounding, can just kind of bring us back down to earth almost, reset the nervous system. So this is day 3 of Summer of Self-Love. This isn't being posted on day 3. And this is Reflect. So I think that this almost happened the way that it should have. So day 3 is Reflect. We're not on day 3. The reason for that is I'm just going to speak really honest to you here. There's nothing scripted. This is just me sat recording this. I have kind of slipped into a state of overwhelm, if I'm really honest with you. So summer for me with the business is a really busy time. Although it might be slightly less busy in the studio, we kind of have to compensate for that. So we have to think people are going to be on holidays. What can we do to get them to come in when they're not on the holidays? People have kids to look after, lots of different functions to go to. You're probably thinking, oh, excuse me. You're probably thinking, yeah, to some of these, it can be a really busy time. So we have to think, how can we, number one, help you to prioritize your health and well-being, physical and mental? And number 2, how can we continue to thrive as a business? So how do we continue to get people through the doors? As well as the studio, we take yoga outside. That happens on various days in various locations. As well as that, I also work at some events during summer. I'm working at a women's event this summer. And we've also been collaborating with some people that you will have seen. There's other things going on behind the scenes that you won't have seen. And even now when I'm saying it, I'm like, that's so much. And it has got to the point where it feels like it's a lot. For me, I've been scuppered a bit by ill health over summer, which just really hasn't helped. I've had the dreaded Rona once again. And as someone who suffers from long COVID, it just takes me longer and longer each time to get over it. But in saying that, I love what I do. So I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. It's about finding balance. So my reflection is perhaps about how I can find balance with my work life, with my personal life. I'm really close to my family. I really love spending time with my family. Haven't had enough time to do that this summer. So again, it's about making these mental notes, sometimes writing them down. For me, probably writing them down is better because my mind is full a lot of the time. Haven't had enough chance to dedicate to my own yoga practice. Went to a beautiful sound bath at the studio, and that was just blissful. But I need more. And you might find this as well. If you're a hobbyist that then turned your hobbyist into your job and making a living out of it, things change, it shifts. And I'm finding that I need to find balance, if that makes any sense. So like I've said, this isn't scripted. This is just me talking, me reflecting, and me encouraging you to reflect as well. So if you could pick between 1 and 3 words for how you're feeling in this moment, in these moments, what would they be? So mine would be overwhelmed, which isn't a great one, but it's honest, and balance. The other one, not quite sure. Maybe that will come to me over the course of the week, the rest of the week. So a chance to reflect. What words would you pick? How are you feeling? There's real heightened energy going on at the moment. Yesterday, Lionsgate portal. We've got a retrograde. We've just had a new moon in Leo. We're in Leo season, so the energy is super fiery. And of course, we're in the most fiery time of year, the yang time of year, which is summer. So how is all of this, if it is, having an impact on you physically, mentally, emotionally, even with your spiritual practices, if that's something that you enjoy? So I'm going to leave it there, because the idea of Summer of Self-Love is to be short and sweet, and I'm aware that I have rambled, but sometimes I think it's good to talk to someone else, or even just talk to ourselves in the mirror, rewrite as well. So we don't have to have everything planned out. We're human. We get overwhelmed. I don't want to go into it too much, but the state of the world is pretty damn overwhelming at the moment, more for some than perhaps it is for others. But there's a lot going on. Everyone has a lot going on in their own lives, plus what's going on in the world around us. We need to be mindful about where we put our energy, how we take things in, how we digest things. Sometimes it's valuable to just step away. Sometimes we need to step forwards, but that is completely up to you. So I'm going to try and catch up on some of the Summer of Self-Loves today. Now I'm feeling a little bit more energetic. I think perhaps the sun is helping. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you for listening. Please get in touch, like the post, make a comment, drop us an email, anything like that. If it resonates with you, what we're doing. Don't forget, in the studio, we've got our community challenge board, completely free to join. You just pop your name on it. Every time you join us in the studio, mark off the date that you attended your practice. And at the end of it, you could win some really lovely self-love and self-care prizes. So keep trying to take care of yourself as best you can. Fill your own cup. We often need to do more of that. I'm going to be the first to admit I've got to start filling my own cup a little bit more. But take really good care of yourself. Bye for now.